Hello party people, my fellow gamers. We're going to be taking a look at the SteelSeries Aerox9 wireless mouse. Sorry, I don't even look up how they're pronounced to begin with. I just read it however my dyslexia tells me it should be pronounced. Aerox or Aerox. Looks like more of an MMO mouse. The mesh on the top looked pretty cool. That's why I'm taking a look at it today. 18 programmable buttons, 180 hours of battery life. That is probably without RGB. 15 minutes of charging equals 40 hours of gameplay. Quantum 2 wireless technology. It is just their 2.4 gigahertz one. And protection. Let's open it up. Oh, this side has a little bit of better information. The sensor. So 1800 CPI, that must be what they're calling DPI, 400 IPS, 40 G of rate, 1000 hertz pulling rate, 1 millisecond response time, buttons 80 million clicks. That is better than average. Most other game mice I've seen are around 50 million. So that should be good if you're a click heavy user. Wired, 2.4, and Bluetooth, up to 75 hours. That's probably with lighting on. Or 180 hours without lighting. PC, Mac, Xbox, PlayStation, really Xbox. Right-handed, matte finish, onboard memory, 100% virgin grade PTFE, so that's just the plastic used. Water resistance, IP54, so that's actually kind of good in case you spill your drink. And 89 grams. All right, inside the box, we just get presented with the mouse. If you're wondering what my other mouse is doing here, this is my Razer Basilisk. It's my current gaming mouse, just for comparing the overall fit of my hand on the mouse. I wear a medium-sized glove. I believe I have fairly short fingers for my overall hand side with a large palm, so your mileage may vary based on your own hand shape and size. So we got a USB-C cable. It is a pretty loose braid, but should do plenty fine for its use case. And in here you also get, well, let's see, you get your, wow, that is a giant dongle. USB-C dongle, that's kind of cool actually. Most of them are USB-A. Where was I? USB-A dongles. And, well, this just kind of houses it and lets it sit on your desk, desktop, wherever, so that it doesn't move around that much. But yeah, it's kind of cool that this is USB-C, but that is a massive sensor. So hopefully it has great range with that size. Let's take a look at the mouse. So walking through the mouse briefly, it is pretty, it is very light. It's lighter than this one. Of course, it's got this mesh basically over the top. And let's do a quick listen to the keys. I think I got all the buttons. So there are certainly a lot there, and I can tell you that is probably not for me. That would just be a bit overwhelming to try to make sure. I just end up using like these top two middle ones the most. The scroll wheel on it has a fairly large amount of resistance to it. The clicks on it feel pretty good, and the appearance seems pretty good. And it's kind of interesting to see the internal components of the mouse. I think that's actually kind of nifty. It's definitely this one's, what do I want to call it? Gimmick. So you either like it or you hate it. And let's look at the bottom. There's the power switch. Oh, with its modes, let's take a look. 2.4G off Bluetooth. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Mine is just off or on. I don't know what else to say at this point. Let's plug it into a computer, take a look at the software. Note about software. I already have like SteelSeries GG software on my computer, which is why I'd be looking at theirs to begin with. And if you're basically in the Corsair ecosystem, I mean, it's hard to say, but you really want to be looking in the same ecosystems, especially if you're going to use the RGB lighting and need to set up custom controls on it, because you want the least amount of excess bloatware running on your computer, because it'll just slow down your processor, reducing your FPS in games. So since I already have the software, it kind of makes sense that I take a look at it. Razer, basically, I just have Razer software, so it's like la da da. Okay, try out Razer. So, and Aces. So it's kind of like you want to minimize the amount of bloatware on it. Right, I seriously tried to get this to work using was it NVIDIA's screen thing, but the microphone just sounded like dog crap. So we're doing it by me manually recording the screen. So you come over here to click on engine, you click on your device, and once you're in there, you can see all the different options for your device. Let's zoom in the camera there. So you can tell the computer what you want each of these buttons to do. You know, you just click on it and you decide on what you want it to do. So you have a bunch of different options. Type, you can have it be letters if you really wanted to. I'm not going to change any of that right now. You can adjust your pixels per inch, or CPI as they call it, counts per inch. It's the exact same thing. I like mine around 3000, so that's what I have it set at. It has a battery saver options for a sleep timer that'll turn off the mouse after a period of time. So mine is set for 5 minutes currently. Illumination timer, so that will be when it turns off the lights to again save power. High efficiency mode, and illumination start modes, as well as angle snapping to snap to like corners of boxes for like clicking X's and stuff like that. And then you have hand speed, movement, acceleration, deceleration. Didn't play around with that much. So if I don't know. So I guess this would be the faster you make it flick, the more it's going to accelerate it. I'm going to just leave that completely off. I think I don't really see a particular reason to have that on it. And then you have illumination. So unfortunately, I did mess with illumination a little bit and made it so for some reason it won't function the way that it was before. Oh, there it is. So you can click on the 3 zones, and I like mine at just steady, so active, reactive. No, that's not right. Reactive just means it'll do other stuff. I like mine at active, and then I could click on a zone, but I used to be able to click on steady and just make it do what I wanted to do, but I clicked on prism here at the top, and sorry, I'm adjusting my camera, and then it loaded up looking kind of like this, where you have the mouse and you can click on the zones and tell the software what you want it to do. And this is all fine and dandy. Disable devices over here in the far corner. And Prism is currently in early access and does not support all series devices. And so your mileage may vary with some of this. But honestly, for this mouse, the illumination is right here on the bottom, and you really can't see much of it from the top. So I personally would just leave illumination completely off on this mouse, unlike other ones where you can actually kind of see it even with your hand in place. This one is just completely on the bottom, so it's not even worth considering. So let's go ahead and game on the mouse. Alrighty, here we are in game. My game of choice is Black Mesa, and I'm going to be comparing against my Ultra. So its glide feels slightly better than the Ultra. In terms of, I guess, other things about it, feels just fine. This was not a good level to pick. Let me change levels. Okay, here we are back in a different level so that it can better demonstrate running around. I'm not even going to get this health pack because I just want to get a feel for this. Oh. Alright. Boom. Alright. Now let's get into this. Sorry, you might hear my kiddo in the background. So the accuracy of the mouse feels pretty good. the switch, definitely know what I'm clicking on, which is always a good thing. Grenade! Give me a shotgun. Alright, so all these buttons on the side definitely lend itself more to being an MMO mouse. So if you're not using this to play MMOs, you probably should get something else. This is a $110 mouse, I do believe. Checking, or 105. So the texture on the surface is sort of interesting. Definitely leaves a certain feel on the top of the hand that isn't there on the other mouse. The glide is very nice. The presses are good. It's okay. I wouldn't give it an A+ for me personally, but depending on your particular use case, this may be a absolutely perfect mouse. Run, 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 run. Alright, with that, I'm going to basically wrap up this review. So, I would say that this is a great MMO mouse if you're playing MMOs. If you're playing first-person shooters, I would say get something else. The response time feels good, the build quality feels fine, even the movement of it sliding around is quite nice. But all these side buttons are very distracting, and in most FPSs I just wouldn't even know what the heck to do with them all, and probably would likely end up mispressing what you wanted to press. So with that, I'm going to wrap up this review and call it a day for this one. Thank you very much for watching, and questions, comments, leave in the section down below, and I'll try to answer them about this mouse. Otherwise, have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Alright, we're going to do our gaming test. My game of choice is Black Mesa. Let's get right into it and see how this mouse feels. Let's go ahead and get some health. Again, my pixels per inch is set at about 3000. Let's get some stuff. Where am I going? I guess I'm going this way. So it's feeling pretty good. Accuracy for aiming it around while walking around seems pretty good. Oh, we got soldiers down there to fight. The comfort of it is okay. I like my other one better. I feel like this one is just a little bit too tall, so that's Z, vertical axis. But one nice thing about it is you can choose these three buttons and have it be different things. So if I wanted to, I could have like this back one set up to be to pull back to choose different weapons instead of using the scroll wheel, or have it switch over to be a different pixels per inch for using more accurately for like sniper rifles, which is how I think I'd use it. What do I think otherwise? Tracking feels good. The weight of it is a little bit heavy. The slide, my Ultra Basilisk feels a bit smoother, but not by much. So overall, I guess I give it an okay. Personally, I guess it just isn't wowing me that much, but that doesn't mean it's bad. It's just not quite a mouse for me. Boom. Boom. Okay. Before I die, where are you? Alright. So yeah, with that, I'm going to wrap up this review. Thank you for watching Computer Tech and More. This certainly would be an okay gaming mouse, but I think there are probably better ones out there. But for the price of $70, this is certainly a great option and one worth considering. And as always, when buying products online, I do sort of advocate for buying, as long as they have return policies, go ahead and take the risk of buying like a bunch of different ones, test them out, see which one you like the best in your hand, and go from there. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time here in Computer Tech and More.